Hello and welcome everyone to another flight from the Cloud Surfer channel. I am Henrik and I'll be your pilot today, and if you watched the last video you would hear me talk about a turnaround. We will do a 2-sec today, but we will not be having an aircraft in turnaround state. Unfortunately I had to shut down the sim. I would have to, as I mentioned, I had to go to the dentist, and I have been away for I guess almost 5 hours. And to pull some strain off the PC, I decided to just shut it down, and we will quickly get her started back up, I promise you that. And we are parked here in lovely Split in Croatia, where we arrived from Bucharest in Romania earlier today. We arrived on runway 05, we came in from over the ocean over there, and had a nice landing, a long landing, but we were quite heavy. As you can see, the weather have cleared some here during the evening, so that's always nice. But looking on the weather charts, it looks like we do have some issues with the weather further inland. We are online on VATSIM. I do see some traffic parked. I don't know where he's parked. He might be in another sim with another scenery. I don't know. We always fly with failures enabled and remove flying surfaces when overspeeding or exceeding G-forces, so we have to be very super realistic and fly her carefully. It is the Cybermod 737. I can't remember the release, but we haven't updated it since we started this project. That it is our tour of the countries of the European Union. In this flight here we are going to leave Croatia and leave Split of a pretty difficult departure. I will show you, but we will be taking off from 05, and as you can see you cannot go far this direction before hitting terrain, so we will have to make an immediate turnaround, but we will review the charts once we get in the cockpit. I expect us to be flying for around 1 hour, maybe a little less, and then touchdown in Budapest in Hungary. We'll see a lot of the, hopefully I see a lot of the Hungarian countryside and maybe the massive Lake Balaton in Hungary. I do believe it's one of the largest lakes in Europe. Some people refer to it as an inland sea, so we shall see. We'll get a good view, hopefully, if there's not too much weather. Other than that, I don't have much else to say. It is Friday evening, beginning Friday evening, so I do hope we will get some ATC online shortly. It would be nice to get some ATC again. But for now, let's just jump into the cockpit, shall we? And here we go. Let's close the door. If it will work. There we go. And let's just get the crew working. So let me just get seated correctly and put the seat back, so I have a better access to the overhead panel. So here we go. Let's get some power going. Let's get aligning. Oh, this is a shame I had to turn down or shut down the sim, but you have to save on the computer now and then, don't you? So yeah, that's already set. That's working. I can pop you guys on. You can go down there. There we go. Zero this here out. That's an awkward setting. I will leave it as is. We'll set it shortly. So we will need, let's see here, some lights to show that we are on ground power. Let's just do the test since it's a new startup. Make sure that we have no issues. That's fine. Fine, we already tested that. Looking good. That's working fine. Looking good here. Barrow. Let's get you a bit closer. Test the lights. Lights on here looking good. Let's also get some lights on this panel here. It is getting a bit darker outside. That's looking good. Accept that, reset. And let's up, down to green. Go. Fire. And the noisy TCAS test.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Crossing. Climb. Climb. Crossing.
Good.
Climb. 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 Clear of conflict. Descend. Descend. Descend.
Let's get our flight plan.
Descend. Descend. Crossing. Descend. Descend. Descend now. Descend. Descend now.
So we
Increase
need
climb.
53.6.
Increase descent. Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain. Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. TCAS test. Pass.
So we'll need 5.4 tons. We might, I don't know if I have the time, depends on when my girlfriend gets back. Hopefully we'll have the time to do a quick flight on from Hungary, Budapest to Ljubljana in Slovenia. And if you take enough fuel, if we take 12 tons, we should be able to do that. Yeah, sorry. Like so. That should just fine. So 12 tons, we'll take that. Yep. So let's get set up here. So we have alternate Vienna in Austria. Quite a, I don't know how far actually. It's okay. So we'll need let's say 2.3 tons of reserves. We're cruising at flight level 370. And planned optimal flights. Yeah, let's get the FMC started here. So, position, we are in Split in lovely Croatia. And we'll grab you. And route, Split and Hungary, Budapest. Like so. We are, as always, Scandinavian 511. I am flying the Scandinavian Airways Saga Viking livery. Since I am Scandinavian, it was only befitting, and we will use the same call sign as always on this project. So we'll be departing 05 as per the real world traffic did just before I logged on here, and we will do the Unipower 1 Whiskey departure. There we go. And from Unipower we'll go direct to Verbal. And from Verbal direct to Verbos. There we go. And Verbos is the start of our arrival into runway 13 right, Verbos to Juliet. There's Verbos to Juliet. Let's get the route, look for discontinuities. It looks good, we can activate it. Performance says 2.3 and 30 in zero fuel weight, and we'll be cruising at so we'll get the cruise when inserted. Top of climb, here we go. 21039. And the deviation is plus 3 degrees. Execute that. Sorry guys, I'm just rushing through. I just want to, if I could make 2 flights, it would be awesome. So we're quite light. Should be have a long runway, so we'll do 24k takeoff. Flaps 5. Boom, and then we'll have the reverser bug. No, it won't have it. Oh, that's odd. 517. It's about there. And 147 will go here. There we go. We have 2,552 meters, so that's, and we're at 5.6, so we are 5 tons below our maximum takeoff weight, so that's good. And we can verify that, and it's the right conditions as of now. And the approach, we'll do the flaps 30, we'll review that once we're on the way. So let's have a look at the route. So that's the departure I mentioned. Basically, we'll be turning right immediately. So if we can, no, we can't get it in any further, so we basically need to turn almost immediately. At 480 feet we'll be turning. So here we have 480. So we will basically be going, we'll be changing direction immediately to 059. Then we'll be turning all the way over here at 147. Let's step through it. Basically a sharp turn around over the mountains. We should be at flight level 8,000 by then. There we come to the arrival. Big long arrival, so we should assume that this is a very long arrival actually. We should assume that we might get some shortcuts here somewhere, so we'll look at that. We can't really do much. We aren't really allowed to change stuff on that sim, but we can once we get, yeah, we might give ourselves a shortcut. We'll look into it, but it looks good. I like it. So we can insert you here and go back to the map, and so let's get the people started with the boarding and get some maps out. SP. Okay. So that's 79 feet, so we need to set the MFR rate. Well, remember, so 1079. Yeah, we can do the rest manually. There we, oh, one too much. There we go. Let's get the latest QNH.
Lima Delta Sierra Papa Airport information. Lima 1530 Zulu weather wind 225 at 3 visibility 10,000 sky condition few clouds at 16,100 temperature 29 dew point 15 QNH 1012 advise on initial contact you have information. Lima
1012 set. So we need the Unipar 2 whiskey.
Lima
Can't see it, I'm blind. Unipar 2 whiskey. One whiskey, that's why I can't find it. So we have one whiskey here. So here it is. Initial climb clearance 5,000. Runway heading for 05 is that's the 1 degree discrepancy, so it's 048 set. And it's an hour of departure, so we'll need to It has 159, so it wants us to turn basically immediately 159, and then at 480 feet turn 147. Set, and then on to a non-armor point here, SP 800. It's there, so we need to be below 185 and above 4,000 by this point there. So we'll most likely, since we fly this manually, we run the risk of LNAV screwing us over. So we'll need to, while trying to keep a decent profile and not to be all too wobbly and avoid terrain, of course, and overspeeding and what all sorts of things, we'll need to have an eye on the FMC and update it as need be. And hopefully it will not be too ugly a departure. It's a quite complicated one to do alone, because you have all the other stuff. You need to avoid overspeeding, you need to do it after takeoff checklist, and keep an eye on the flaps and the speed, because we do have speed restriction, as you can see, over 180 or below 185 all the way around. Once you go to the split VRR at 115.7, that's split, and at the distance try climbing to distance 7.2 IST. 110 already tuned, was the same as our ILS approach we did earlier. So yeah, I think that's good as we are going to get it. Have to be damn careful, that's for sure. And at least we have a good visibility to see that we don't have any fog, or it's not dark. Fog would be the worst. I would actually even consider takeoff from the other side and just calculate in the tailwind. So that would be just reducing a lot of risk doing that turn and that terrain. But we'll try it. It's fun, right? So we'll self-turn here. Left by the looks of it, and go on Alpha, go to the end of runway 05, turn around and take off. And there's a Wizz here taking off from the completely opposite direction that we are going to do, so good thing we got him out of the way, it would have been chaos. Okay, yeah. So that's basically what we're going to do. So did we start? We did start the flight leg, so we can actually get rid of these guys. Close the doors, and also get the move VR out so we can monitor weather and. Oh gosh, so for some reason it's in VR, so I have to, because I do need this, so I have to reset the app, and I'll be right back. Sorry for that, guys, just a second. So I'm sorry for that interruption, guys. As you can see, I got the Move VR working. And the trick is, if you have that issue, sometimes Move VR will ever so rarely give you the message that I can't give you that window, it's already in VR, even though it's not. What you do is that you go out to a 2D screen, you open the plugin manager, you disable the Move VR application, and you enable it again, and it sorts it all out for you. We can hide these guys. Boom. So here's the weather. as you can see, we do have some issues inland over the Balkan. Hopefully it won't be too much trouble for us. And Budapest, let's see here, Lake Bubbles and Budapest. For now it looks okay. So yeah, actually looks like the wind is in our favor here. Let's check. Reckon that's the Wizz Air guy that took off in the wrong direction, so looks like we're alone. Let's just zoom it out a bit more so we can see any incoming traffic. No ATC here. Looks like we actually have ATC in Hungary now. How cool is that? Yeah, ATC, we like that. So we'll just skip all the shortcut planning we had, and hopefully the ATC will do it for us. Okay, so what we'll do is we will get airborne, and I will quickly run through our geography lesson about Hungary before we get the ATC and start setting up for our approach into Hungary. And yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice flight. So that's the Autobahn. You can go and you can get some air flowing. Oh, not VNAV. That's what I want. Pre-flight oxygen is tested, nav and display switch auto and normal, window heat is on, pressurization mode selector is auto, flight SMS heading and altimeter, we just need the captain's side, so we're fine. Parking brake is set, and engine start lever is cut off before start. Flight deck door is closed and locked. Fuel, we have we have 11.9 tons on board, and 6 pumps are going, and we need, was it 4? We need 5.4 tons, and we have 12 tons, so that's good. Passenger signs are on, and MCP we have 147048 and 5000 set. I might actually manipulate that right after we take off, just to help us a little bit. C2 pre-flight completed, rudder and aileron trim is 3 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed, anti-collision lights can now come on. So we will just start up the engines. Once we're there, here we go. There's the APU. And we will let's get seated, and we can actually start the engine. So starting number 2.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in.
And we have rotation. Thank you, love. There we go. And how nice is that we get ATC in Hungary? How cool is that? I've never spoken to the ATC there. And looking good. So we can start number 1. Fuel. Start a cutout, and looking nice. So, and on the generator, and turn off the APU, and go there, there. That's all good. Come on. And we can flight control check, full forward, full back, full left, full right, and the rudders, right and left, looking good. And we can go flaps 5, and recall check, RTO, and we can do the before taxi checklist. Generators on, propane on, anti-ice is off, isolation valve is auto. Engine start switch is continuous, and recall is checked, auto brake RTO, engine start levels idle detent, flight controls checked, and ground equipment is clear. So we will fire up these ones, might need them. Looking good, and we will get number 2 going. Shocks was removed, right? So, good thing I checked that. There we go, parking brake, that helps. And we're on our way to Hungary. How cool is that, an ATC? Hopefully people will give him some traffic. It's all alone there right now. I'm a bit worried about this departure. Not that I can't fly, but flying it correctly, and with all the cleanup that is needed right after takeoff with the flaps and stuff like that. So we might skip a few things and focus on flying it as smoothly as we can manually until I'm satisfied, and then we'll engage the automation once I'm satisfied with that. So there we go. Just do this nicely. No traffic coming in, so we're good. Split is one of these airports. I mentioned it in the arrival video as well. It really changes a lot. Departure and arrival runways. The wind can swing quite a lot, so, and if it's possible at all, people would prefer to come in and go this way, obviously because of the terrain the other way around, but it's more fun with the terrain, right? At least in the sim it is. This is freeway scenery, by the way. I think it's TGG made this lovely little airport. And we can just imagine that we are cleared for takeoff. Flaps are good.
Approaching 05.
Have a good flight.
Yeah. As clear as we're going to get.
On runway 23, 2,800 feet remaining.
Coming up on. So we do the before takeoff checklist. Flaps 5, green lights, stabilizer trim 5.1 units, D-stop set, transponder TRRA is set, and we have radar and terrain radar on. Cabin is secure, lights are on, and we are good to go. Looks like a left turn down here. Yep. And we need to look at the 059 and 480, then we'll turn on to the 147. So here's the turn. So wrong one. This one here. We'll just do the turn here. I think there's plenty of space for us. And we're looking for 048. Yeah, so look at the wind, right? So we're actually taking off in the worst possible direction with a tailwind. But what's funny is you risk seeing a different wind at the end of the runway than what we have here. So it doesn't really matter. So we actually took the hardest one we could take. But we're not going to change that now. We are going to go no matter what. Don't have time to mess around.
On runway 05.
So a little bit more. I'm happy with this, so let's start the timer. 40%. And set takeoff thrust. There we go, folks. So wish me all the best. Really going to need it.
80 knots.
80 knots. And rotate. Positive rate.
Positive rate.
Gear up. And immediately we need to go to
400.
And that's 480, so we can easily start the turn here.
1000.
Keep it there for now. Looking for 147. Flaps 1. Really difficult to do both things here. Might not look difficult, but I assure you that it's so we'll disregard LNAV for now. So would need a first officer to set this here, because it's absolutely hopeless to do it yourself. As you can see, we're even overspeeding. Now we're looking for 7.2 before we start the next turn. Completely impossible to do both things, really. So there's our altitude constraints. I'll just reset us. There we go, VNAV. I do see why people would prefer the other departure. This one here is difficult to do alone. We're a bit too far out, but it's okay, we're over the water. What we'll do is just keep this turn rate here and we should come in nicely on the split localizer. Try to get it trimmed as much as possible. There's the clouds, we are at TAT 20. Just clear, I just do it randomly because it's not a area of my focus right now. So we'll command A shortly and then we'll start to clean up. Monday. And we have LNAV and VNAV engaged, and we'll set the standard. That's up. Get it out a bit further. Now heading at 345. There we go. So adjusted an altitude constraint here. Noise abatement over split. So there's the airport, should be right below us now. Here we go. And we'll just clear us up to cruise. So as you can see, this departure, to do that single-handedly is quite extensive on the work. But we got her up and we got her out of the way. That's what counts, right? And we're climbing nicely. Good, and we can improve the range here. Look for weather inland. Doesn't seem see a few darts here, but nothing too bad. On, auto, up and off, no light. So that's done. Here we go. Just shut this down. I would like to get as much done as possible before we hit that ATC. So elevation 500 feet we can set. Set. 13 right is heading 127. Set this on both. And we're going to do the Weber to Juliet. This is here. Weber's to Juliet. We can tune 115.9. Obviously not the right one, but it will correct itself. So let's look at the approach. Looking right. Minimums first. 655. So let's just get this here up. Go and get the VR mouse going. So it looks like a bit more weather is in there, at least more clouds. .655, perfect. At least something works out. Okay, let's while we have this one here, let's get QNH for Bucharest. Sorry, not Bucharest, Budapest. Not going back to Romania. 1018. set. Oh. Set. So it's gonna be interesting to see this weather here. We're going to cruise along the edges of it all the way up here. So what I actually might do is get out my Swift client. I haven't had that out for a long time due to little or no ATC available. And I do have a lot of scenery for Hungary. I had some Hungary VFR, some guys who also made the airport. There we go. Got that ready. Stuff you down here for now. So yeah, just monitoring that weather. Release the passengers. Pressurizing nicely. It's looking good for now. Beautiful mountains here in Croatia. Definitely don't want to come down in that. And at night time or in the fog. So actually this one is a bit annoying setting here, so put it all the way over here. And maybe just get the frequencies ready. So we have control is 120.37. Doesn't look like there's anyone in Budapest itself. Have 80s at 132.37.
Lima Delta Sierra Papa Airport Information Oscar 153.
Just disrupt this. 132.37. It's a short flight, guys. There's a big workload here right now. Okay. So for what I understand here, the 80s is, maybe he hasn't recorded it yet. So no 80s frequencies just published yet, so we'll just leave that for now. So what we can do is actually let's do some quick learning about the country we're going to, Hungary. Oh. So we'll just stow him for now. Zoom out so we can monitor our progress, so we don't. So Hungary. Flag is red, white and green. Hungary is a landlocked country in Central Europe. Its capital, Budapest, is bisected by the Danube River. Its cityscape is studded with architectural landmarks from Buda's medieval Castle Hill and grand neoclassical buildings along Pest Andresi Avenue to the 19th century chain bridge. Turkish and Roman influence on Hungarian culture includes the popularity of mineral spas, including at thermal lake Hevis. Capital is Budapest, and currency is florins, and population about 10 million. Fun facts about Hungary. Let's see. Lowest point is the Tisza River at 256 feet 70 meters above sea level. Highest point is Mount Kegis at 1014 meters. That's roughly 9,000 feet. Hungary is landlocked. We have read that. Hungary has the largest lake in Central Europe called Lake Balaton. Yeah, we're going to see that. It's good for fishing, and the area has many varieties of birds. interesting country. A lot of history, have been conquered by a lot of different cultures that have left their mark. So let's listen to the national anthem. And sorry, my Hungarian friends, for running through this, but we really are pressed for time. So that was our lessons on Hungary. So interesting country, a lot of history, and capital Budapest is where we are headed. I just need to get this one out because we're definitely going to need that.
Runway and use 13. ILS runway 13 right. Departures runway 13 left. Transition level 110. Wind 090 degrees 9 knots. Cargo K. Temperature 25, dew point 11. KLM 1018. Note 6. On first contact with Budapest Tower or Budapest approach, notify us to Quebec. Budapest information Quebec. Observation at 1600, runway and use 13.
So it's very difficult to hear. So let's see if we haven't got the possibility to. So maybe the other map will give us what we need. We could have it just. So there's the 80s. So if we click on it and we can get it in writing. Yeah, so nation Quebec. And I just put that up here. It's been a long time since I used this. It's nice to do again. So runway 13 ILS departure. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. QNH is correct. And I guess he wants to talk to us now. Yeah, that's Adriatic control at 130.45.
Please spot. AGM 110, set Cook 4234. Booking 4234 for AGM 110.
Okay, so we'll contact him. Best get this one out. So that's a good thing we did that history lesson, and we have some weather. Luckily it's to our right. Adria control, very good evening, Scandinavian 511, passing flight level 340, inbound Webal.
Scandinavian 551,
Squawk 5201 for Scandinavian 511. Hopefully, that's what I heard. Didn't give us any more. And I think that's our guy Nenad. So if it's you, Nenad, thank you for the service. Coming up to the top of.
Scandinavian 511, 1, identified, continue climb flight level 370.
Continue climb flight level 370, Scandinavian 501. Okay, so we need to get on with the setup, guys. So we have the minimum set. We need to get some situational awareness going. So we're going to runway 13 right. That's correct. So we can insert that, do a 5-mile ring and a 10-mile ring.
1,000 to go.
And it's to do something like this, and this. Bit early to insert this, but we're taking a chance. We can always correct it. So need to get the and of course I didn't even bother to update this. A bit lag here as Hungary is loading in. Pop it down here. Here we go. So 21237. Two 1222. And 1738. We can execute that. So that's all done. Do have a tailwind here. So we have 80 miles to top of descent. And some weather brewing, but we are clear most of it now, I guess. So that's set. Tuned. TPS is tuned now. And Weber's to Juliet. We'll land here. Let's just review the airport. So it makes sense. We'll land here, go to apron 2 as expected, and we'll have that open just. So what we'll do, we'll receive our taxi instructions, and then we'll figure it out from there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, so just something like this. Only 8s for Budapest, and I think Benze, yeah, it was Nenad, and I think Benze Bosi will be giving us most likely HCC all the way down, hopefully. So let's just have a look at the map here and see what. So we're lucky now. If we have waited a little longer, we would have gotten HCC from Split from Nenad, but it's not meant to be. So we are still in Nenad's area, Adriatic control, but soon enough we'll switch. Split is going to go soon, so we can just get rid of it now actually. "60 track miles to go. So we can just have a look at our landing weight, try and do calculations. So it expects us to land with 9.3 tons. that would give us 62.9. Yeah, 62.9. So inserting 62.9. And that will give us 145 with flaps 30. And landing altitude is set. What's with the clock, guys? Something screwed up, so yeah. So we'll just skip the time, it's all too late now. But we will get the time from our project fly nonetheless, so that's what you get for stressing. Oh man, I really need to... Ljubljana is online. But my girlfriend just texted me, she's home around the time we land, so I'll have to really smooth talk her if I have to go to Ljubljana, I can tell you that much. Maybe I can delay it for tomorrow and Ljubljana will be online tomorrow. It would be awesome to have ATC into there.
Scandinavian 511, contact Budapest 37120.370, bye bye.
Contact Hungary 120.370. And thank you for service. Scandinavian 511, bye bye. Okay, so he handed us over. To Hungary control. Hungary control, Scandinavian 511 at flight level 370 inbound Webal.
Scandinavian 511, hello, radar contact. Descend to flight level 110.
Could you please confirm flight level for Scandinavian 511?
Flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110, Scandinavian 511. That's early. Hope he has a plan for us. That's way early. But hopefully there's a reason for the madness. So it'll be a really slow descent, and yeah. No visuals yet, if anything.
Scandinavian 511, expect ILS approach runway 13 right.
Expecting ILS approach runway 13 right, Scandinavian 511. He's bringing us down early. He could give us a wind ready, but yeah, he can do whatever he wants actually. So he will most definitely be vectoring us, that's for sure.
Scandinavian 511, proceed waypoint Bravo Papa 419F.
Proceed direct waypoint Bravo Papa 419, Scandinavian 511. So that is inserted. We have some traffic there. But hopefully he will, yeah, he's way above us. Bravo Papa. That's 419 and that's here. So he will most likely put us onto Bravo Papa 019 and then in for the ILS approach. There's Hungary below us. We need to go way out.
Scandinavian 511, you're routing after Bravo Papa 419, proceed waypoint Bravo Papa 010.
Proceed direct waypoint Bravo Papa 010 Scandinavian 511.
Yeah, just to confirm after 419, so routing 419, then 010.
Correction, route direct Bravo Papa 419, then Bravo Papa 010 and direct to ILS approach from there, Scandinavian 511.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's actually what I just told you he would do. We do have a bit of turbulence here actually. And that left us quite high, so we'll obviously need to be managing our speed here. Very high descent right now, so this. Look at that speed, eh? That's Rena trying to capture the profile. What we'll do is something like this. So I'll need to get my scratch pad out nice and early. The looks of things. Was a bit unpleasant dive from VNAV there.
Santos 3 Roma Mike, switch to Unicom 122 decimal 8, Güle.
Thanks for your service. 122 decimal 8. Bye bye. Runway Mike.
So we'll just let it stay 300 for the profile. And what I wanted to do was...
GM 110 also switch to Unicom 122 decimal 8, bye bye.
Thank you sir, switching to Unicom 122 decimal 8, good night, GM 110.
As per the chart. Not much to be seen. We do have some clouds, tad -1, but looks like we'll clear it.
Flight level 120 short and expect 4,000 over. Oscar Charlie, Oscar, good evening, set Cook 1,000. 1,000, Oscar Charlie.
That must be Lake Balaton down there, yeah. Definitely Lake Balaton. Yep. The end of Lake Balaton, there's Budapest.
Oscar Charlie, Oscar, radar contact. Report requested altitude.
No,
Let VNAV handle it for now.
Expect 4,000 over.
Oscar Charlie, Oscar, Azure, distance 4,000 feet, QNH 1020.
QNH 1020, 4,000.
Nice with some ATC again. Been missing that. So we'll do a auto brake. We need to go to the end basically. So auto brake 2. Set. We have 2 tons and we'll have plenty of fuel to send the tank by the time we land. And otherwise we are looking good for now. You can even enjoy the views of Lake Balaton. Evening is setting here in Hungary.
Budapest laser Mari is a 550 for at least 5 record start and push.
Only 534, Azure, push pull approve, facing Lima. Start up and the tow track is disconnected.
Facing Lima, Mali 534.
$15 coming up. On profile looking good. Bit high on the speed, but it's okay. We have a decel point coming up as well, so we might need to aid it a little bit. And a good 13. A long final to slow down, so we're good.
Oscar Charlie, Oscar, you are leaving my airspace and Stefanik is not online. So switch to Unicom 122, that's the that hold terminated. Bye bye.
Unicom 122, that's very much clear.
See ya.
Remove some of the yellow light here. Budapest loading in, I guess. Don't have no idea how FPS heavy that scenery is. But there's the river that runs to Budapest. So it is somewhere over there. We have the airport, I reckon. Small town and small lake below us.
Scandinavian 511, descend altitude 8,000 feet, QNH 1018.
8,000 feet, QNH 1018, Scandinavian 501. We need to get to 130 soon enough. Sneeze coming up, sorry for blowing out your eardrums. Okay. So we have 9.5 tons. $62, 63.1.
Monday 534, Budapest travel lines to contact 181. Sziasztok!
534, yeah.
Turkey 69990, contact Maastricht on 135, decimal 45. Bye bye.
63.1. Use the shortcut, no doubt.
35,
So 146.
Scandinavian 511, no speed restrictions, descend altitude 7,000 feet.
Descent 7,000, free speed, Scandinavian 501. Okay, so no speed restriction, that's nice. No need to worry about that. But we will need to slow down, no doubt. Tune the ILS. There's Budapest coming out of the evening mist. You have some terrain, 1,000 feet with a tower, 2,119. Should be just to our right. Just need to keep an eye on the speed here. We have localizer tuned.
Thousand to go.
Checked. So we'll soon need to request further descent if he doesn't clear us. Ready to request. Hungary control, Scandinavian 511, request further descent.
Scandinavian 511, call you shortly, uncontrolled airspace below you.
Uncontrolled airspace. I will just continue the descent. So we have TAD 18.
Scandinavian 511, descend altitude 4,000 feet, clear ILS at 139.
Descent 4,000 feet, cleared ILS approach, Scandinavian 511. So we cleared us the approach, so we can do pretty much what we want. Even controllers has to go to the bathroom, right? So we are in the clouds, but we are good on the TAD. Speed is looking good. Localize a capture. Sorry guys, just a little bit busy at the moment. Really need to slow down now. So begin the slow turn into final approach, sorry, we have 10 miles. It's the hills of Budapest, and there's the city. Beautiful approach here. Flaps 1.
Budapest Control, good evening. It's Kestrel 2985 with you at Puzzle 350, direct Cecil.
Good evening, Kestrel 2989, set scope 4247.
Just want to get to the flap 5 speed. So there's the airport, quite clearly.
And just to confirm, the second number is 24247.
Roger.
Beautiful. There's the mast we saw on the start speed brake, flaps 5.
Scandinavian 511 contact 1181. Bye bye.
One 181 Scandinavian 511. Bye bye. Oh, I hate this when they do that. Budapest Tower, very good evening, Scandinavian 511, established ILS for runway 13 right.
Scandinavian 511 Budapest Tower, good afternoon sir. Clear to land runway 13 right, wind 060 degrees 8 knots, and you can vacate at the end via Alpha 2.
Clear to land runway 13 right and vacate at the end via Alpha 2, Scandinavian 501. Okay, so clear to land. Logo
1,000 to go.
On the approach, set something like this. Yeah, 4,000 actually. That's a good call by me. Okay, so we are flaps 15 and it starts with this continuous. Speed brake is now armed. Landing it down, 3 green, flaps 15 green, light, clear to land, cabin is secure, lights are on.
2,500.
And we are looking for flaps 30 and 146. So we can buck 251, settle. So all the way to the end, so we'll disengage the auto brake quite early. But Alpha 1, so he wants to go in here, apron 1 actually. So we'll do that. Beautiful.
534 Roger, contact.
Look at that.
Budapest control 12037, Serbusta.
Awesome. I need to go here more often. Will do. 10 knots crosswind. We'll wait a little bit. We might slow down as we get lower. Two reds, two whites, looking good.
1,000.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
So, manual flying.
Approaching 13 right.
8 knots crosswind. Bit fast.
500.
Correcting. It moves almost instantly to one side, right? The wind.
400. 300.
7 knots crosswind.
Approaching minimums. 200.
Bit low. We'll use it to reduce the
Minimums.
speed. Landing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
We're going to the end so we can float a bit. Doesn't look like there's any good terminals there. Auto brake disengage.
4,000 feet remaining. 3,000 remaining.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Budapest. And I hope you enjoyed the flight and the landing.
2,000 remaining.
You said Alpha 1, right? But I want to go Alpha 2. I'm taking Alpha 2. I'm not going to maintenance, that's for sure. We'll vacate here. Cancel the auto brake. And lovely evening in Hungary. What a land, what a approach. I mean, the views were just absolutely stunning. Amazing.
Scandinavian 511, taxi to stand 221 via Alpha and uniform.
Taxi stand 221, Alpha, then uniform, Scandinavian 501. 221, that's here. That's just right up here. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, just clean you up. Oh. Nice ATC, nice we got that ATC, a very good ATC, so if any of you Hungarian ATC guys are watching, then thank you for the ATC. It was superb. For the shortcuts as well. So then uniform, that's here. And then 221. Good thing we didn't listen to that Alpha 1 message. Where is he going? They're driving like crazy in this airport. Oh my god. Maybe the guys who made the scene overdid it with the ground traffic here. I'll just disregard that. So then you need to go straight in here, and then there's over here somewhere. Bit disappointed we didn't get to go to the main terminal actually, but if that's where he wants us, that's where we'll go. Some departures there. No gate guidance, so we'll have to wing it. Viewers on the bus. I have a feeling that we're a bit skewed here, so I'll just overskew a bit and then correct, like so. Should do this. Set the parking brake, kill the engine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hungary, to Budapest, lovely Budapest in Hungary. And you can go to standby. What a lovely flight that was. And thank you for flying with me this evening. I do not know if we'll be able to go onwards to Ljubljana. I cannot make any promises, but I will leave it here for now and we shall see. We did the flight, yeah, we didn't even set the timer, but we can set the turnaround timer, that's for sure. And we can shut this one down, and we can use our lovely ground handling plug-in, since that lovely controller gave us the opportunity. So we'll need some stairs, cargo boys who don't need fuel, catering, buses, the works. Drive up, thank you. And we'll shut this down for now. And we'll need this for the landing rate. We'll just need to, like so. And let's look at the landing rate first, since we have this here open. Oh, that's not good actually. That's too soft, but it will help on our average, right? We had a good one earlier on today when we landed in Split, so it's starting to get together. We did steer a bit to the left there on our approach, but we corrected it nicely and landed as planned. So we'll complete that flight. There we go. There's our flight. Looks much better once you get the vectors and shortcuts. So we'll close that down, go outside and have a look at the parking, which I did have a feeling was a bit skewed. I don't know why he put us all the way over here. Yeah, so we're totally off, but it's okay. We're out here all by ourselves on the tarmac. Don't want Scandinavian airplanes to the gate here in this airport, that's for sure. Nice evening view of our flight. So I would like to thank you for flying with me this lovely evening and for flying with me today. So we made it all the way to Hungary, which means that, just looking at the scenery here, which means that we are, I think we are more than halfway through our, so here we have some gates, but they look like standard X-plane, so, and no gate guidance either, so maybe, good thing we ended up out here. So yeah, guess we're more than halfway now. We could just see, we'll look at the map later on. We started our trek north now and we're more than halfway, I'm sure of that. So next flight will be to lovely Slovenia in Ljubljana Airport. About a 1 hour flight, and I hope you'll join me for that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then oh, some guy just spawned on top of me. He's gone. If you did enjoy it, then please do like and subscribe the videos, and sharing is caring as well, so please do share. Hope you enjoyed the video and hope you enjoyed the flight. I will see you next time. Bye bye.